Good morning. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday, right? I watched a video from Viva, a Canadian attorney. Super nice guy. Not meaning to start any beef with him at all. I love his channel. I love watching his live streams with Barnes Law. Don't throw up, buddy. Not meaning to pick any fights with him. The man knows United States law better than I know Canadian law. So, no fights to pick. Anyway, he was doing an analysis, a V-log, or V-law, G, get it? V-law. Anyway, he was doing one of those of a instance where, I believe it was in Minnesota, a mayor was arrested for interfering with a traffic stop. And the mayor was arrested on 2 counts. First count was disorderly conduct because, well, they can. And the second count was interfering with the performance of their duties of a public officer, etc. And I agree with him on the, interference with the public duties and the performance of their duty. He interfered with the traffic stop. He caused those cops to have to turn around and pay attention to him instead of pay attention to the traffic stop, probably extending the length of the traffic stop, etc. And so on that count, it was probably a good charge. That charge will probably stick. Now, where I do disagree with him, however, is in his analysis of the disorderly conduct. He just read the statute, and on its face, it appears that the statute does allow the cops to arrest somebody for being rude and abrasive and using foul language. However, you and I, as students of the First Amendment, understand that no matter what a state legislature has written into their disorderly conduct statute as it regards to words, there are still First Amendment protections in place, and so it has to be construed in a very specific manner. We know it can't just be being rude or using offensive language or things like that. That's Cohen v. California, where California arrested a man for having a jacket that said F the draft, right? Court said, no, that's protected speech. Now, we also know from Houston v. Hill, another United States Supreme Court case, City of Houston v. Hill, that the police are public servants, public officials, and they are subject to criticism for how they do their job. And they can't arrest people based just on their fifis. Has to be something more. And so we know from Gooding v. Wilson, which is another United States Supreme Court case, that if you want to include breach of the peace kind of language in your disorderly conduct statute, then the language that you can restrict has to be words that tend to incite an imminent breach of the peace. They have to tend to incite an imminent breach of the peace. Can't just be rude. It has to apply to the Chaplinsky fighting words exception doctrine. So the state can regulate words that tend to incite an immediate breach of the peace. Now, what is an imminent breach of the peace? Well, another case, Texas v. Johnson, that's the United States Supreme Court case. Court defined it as words that would tend to make people break out into fisticuffs. Literally will make people fight. Fighting words. It has to be words that will make you fight, not just that upset you, not just, naughty language on the side of the road, not just being disrespectful of a police officer. Has to tend to incite fisticuffs. Get socked in the mouth for that kind of language, kind of words. Now, once again, just so everybody's all on the same page, I like Viva. He's not a U.S. attorney. I don't intend or expect him to be a First Amendment scholar. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to him. I don't agree with fighting words exception still. I don't think that we should ever justify censorship based on anything, and that we should expect people to take personal responsibility for their own actions and their own reactions, and not try to muzzle others because of the language that they are using. And finally, I do believe that the interference with the public duties of the police officers will stick on that mayor, or at least should stick if the DA really is, doing their job, and the jury is also judging things based on the law. So that's my 2 cents. There should be a link in the description to the Viva Fry video. And anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.